So the next kind of conductor that we'll be studying is solenoid, the magnetic field due to a current carrying solenoid. What is this solenoid is the first question. A solenoid is simply made by taking many circular turns wound in the shape of a cylinder. So if I take this and I wrap it like this becomes a solenoid. Then what is the difference between solenoid and circular loop? Even circular loop we told put number of more turns you will get. In circular loop, even if I form the turns, see even if I form the turns, what happens? The radius is quite large compared to the length. This is the length. See, this is the length, right? This is the length of this thing. It's very, very large. You cannot even compare the thickness. But in a solenoid, it's in the shape of cylinder. Radius is very small. Radius is very small compared to the length. So it's in the shape of a cylinder. Radius is the small part. The radius of the circular loop is very small compared to the length. Such an object is called a solenoid. Now, how do the field lines around the solenoid work? Let's see. So let's say now I have this conductor here. Start viewing it from here, okay? I am starting to rotate in the clockwise direction. This is clock for me. I am rotating in the clockwise direction. Which side? Clockwise direction. Now what I am going to do, these should be close, okay, close to each other. The wooden object here is quite big. So now, see, I am not changing my direction. I am not changing my direction. I am moving this side without changing my direction. See, I am not changing my direction. Now see, it became anti-clock. I will show it again. You can start from any direction, doesn't matter. You can start with anti-clock also. I am starting with clock because here they have taken clock. So I am starting with clock. This is all clock. And without changing this, if I go this side, you can see now it is anti-clock for me. I started with clock. This is like a small circular loop. Small circular loop, clock. It behaves like south pole. And I come this side, it's an anti-clock. Small circular loop. Anti-clock is north pole. So this side of the solenoid behaves as a south pole and this side of the solenoid behaves the north pole, and this solenoid itself behaves similar to a bar magnet. See the field lines? It just looks like the field lines of a bar magnet. See, south pole, north pole. You can even start from north and south, doesn't matter. Okay, that is instead of clock, you'll have to go anti-clock initially. I started with clock. So it started with south and here I went towards anti-clock, so it became north over there. So the point over here to understand is the solenoid now behaves as a bar magnet. So the magnetic field lines around the solenoid is similar to that of a bar magnet. Inside the solenoid, you can see the lines are almost straight and parallel. Straight and parallel lines means what? The field is uniform. So inside the solenoid, you can see the field is uniform. If I increase the current in the circuit, the field lines come closer to each other. This is always true for all experiments. More the current, more the magnetic field strength. So I can say B is directly proportional to I. If I increase the number of turns, get more wire and put more number of turns. More number of turns, more magnetic field strength. B is directly proportional to N. Instead of using this wooden object over here and just an insulator, once I form the solenoid, instead of this, if I keep a soft iron core, here instead of this, then that will also increase the magnetic field strength. So B increases even if you keep a soft iron core along the axis of the solenoid, along the axis of the cylinder. So this is the axis, the center part of the cylinder, that's known as the axis. So inside over here, if you keep a soft iron core, that also increases the magnetic field strength. Similarity between a bar magnet and a solenoid. The magnetic field lines of a bar magnet and a solenoid are similar. The magnetic field lines of a solenoid are similar to that of a bar magnet. We just saw it in the experiment. Even if you suspend a solenoid freely, that cylindrical solenoid that we just formed, suspend it freely, even that will align itself in the north-south direction. That is same as what the bar magnet does. The bar magnet shows attractive property to different iron substances and other magnets. Even the solenoid will show attractive property to other substances. But what happens to solenoid? It shows the attractive property only when current is flowing through it. Yes, Bar magnet will always show. Dissimilarity between bar magnet and solenoid. The magnetic field strength, stop. The magnetic field strength of a solenoid can be altered. How? Increase the current, more field. Decrease the current, less field. Change the number of turns, more field, less field. So, it can be altered. For a bar magnet, you cannot change the magnetic field strength. The polarity of the solenoid can change, can be reversed. See, for a bar magnet, if north is here and south is here, it is north and south only. You can't make this pole south and this pole north. But in solenoid, you can do that. How? Simply change the direction of current. From here, current was going clock, and here it became anti-clock, correct? So here it was initially clock and then it became anti-clock here. Now if I make it ulta, I send the current from here. So then the current starts from here and goes. So the loop will only change now. So if this was south first and then north here, now this will become south and this will become north. Simply by changing the direction of current, you can reverse the polarity of the solenoid. But you cannot change the polarity of a bar magnet. It is fixed. So now electromagnet. What is an electromagnet? See, it goes in the name. Electromagnet. It becomes magnetic only with the presence of electricity. So what is an electromagnet? It is a temporary magnet. Why temporary? Because only when current is there, it is magnetic. It is a temporary magnet formed when a soft iron core is placed inside a solenoid. This soft iron core behaves as a magnet only when the current is flowing through it. Why? See, understand this. If there is current flowing in this circuit, what happens? There is magnetic field lines around it. There is magnetic field lines inside the solenoid also. These field lines pass through the soft iron core. It makes the soft iron core magnetic. So now if the soft iron core is magnetic. If I bring some iron substance here, what will happen? This iron substance will get attracted to this magnet. So this is, but as soon as I switch off the electricity, gone. It is no more magnetic, because the magnetic field lines stop flowing, there is no field lines through it, the soft iron core behaves as a normal iron core and not magnetic iron core. So it is a temporary magnet, okay. So now applications of electromagnet. It is used for lifting iron substances, even in scrap areas. Now if I want to lift an iron substance, what happens? Let's say this is magnetic, it will go here, and when you switch on the current, then this will become magnetic. Now it is magnetic, it will lift it. You go to another place and now switch off the current, it will simply drop it. So lifting iron from debris. How lifting iron from debris? You have a lot of different garbage materials and waste materials over here, and this, let's say these white particles are all iron. So what will I do? I'll bring an electromagnet. I will switch on the current. Now this is magnetic. All these white particles from here will go and get attracted to this. So now the white particles over here are attracted. Now what will I do? Now I will take this, go here and switch off the current. If I switch off the current, what happens? This is no longer magnetic. All these iron substances will fall down. So I separated the iron from the debris. Same thing with wound. Let's say this is your wound and inside there is a small iron particle gone. Take a high electromagnet, that means a magnet having high strength. What happens? These particles will go and sit on it. Easy to separate it. Used in electric bells, trains, loudspeakers, etc. How used in electric bells? So what happens in electric bells is, this is your electromagnet, right? We have a electromagnet here and we have some dong here. What happens? It's like a thing that hits, when you hit it, it makes noise. It's just a metal. If I switch on this current, what happens? This becomes magnetic. This becomes magnetic. This is made of metal. Metal gets attracted to the magnet, it will hit. Once it hits, if it hits, what happens? It will make a noise. That's how electric bells work. Similarly, loudspeakers. What about electric trains? In one bogie of the train, there are more than 200 people sitting. How can anyone go and push and pull it? How will the brakes work? So what happens in electric trains is, between two bogies, we have you seen, we have few plates like this. So how do we detach and attach the bogies? this one will on the current here, this will become magnetic. This will also become magnetic. This one will on the current here, this will become magnetic, this will become magnetic. They will on it in such a way that these magnets attract. So they are now together and the bogies move together if it goes. Now if I want to detach the bogies, simply switch off the current. This is now no more magnetic, no more magnetic, no attraction, easy to separate. So permanent magnet now, we have to understand what is the difference between electromagnet and permanent magnet. We'll come to that later. But permanent magnet usually are naturally occurring, okay. It's very difficult to demagnetize a permanent magnet. Usually if you want to demagnetize a permanent magnet, you have to throw it from a very big, very tall height. If you want to demagnetize an electromagnet, simply switch off the current, right? Okay, so permanent magnet usually naturally occurring. Is it possible by any chance to create a permanent magnet? Yes, but what do you have to use? Take a solenoid, instead of placing the soft iron core inside, keep a steel core and increase the current a lot. That means the magnetic field strength is too much. There is more and strong magnetic field strength produced. This magnetic field strength will magnetize the steel core itself, and once you switch off the current, the steel core still remains magnetized. So now differences between an electromagnet and a permanent magnet. Electromagnet is made of soft iron, permanent magnet is made of steel. Electromagnet is magnetic as far as there is current flowing through it. Permanent magnet is always magnetic. Electromagnet, the field strength can be changed, it can be varied. You can increase or decrease the field. Permanent magnet has a fixed field strength, it cannot be changed. Electromagnets can produce very strong fields by increasing the current in the solenoid, but permanent magnet cannot produce very strong fields. They have some limit, which is why everywhere instead of using permanent magnets we use electromagnets, because you can create high field strengths. The polarity of the electromagnet can be reversed. How? By simply reversing the direction of current. Permanent magnet's polarity cannot be reversed. Electromagnet can be easily demagnetized by simply switching off the circuit. Permanent magnet cannot be easily demagnetized. So we have learned 3 cases until now: straight current carrying conductor, circular loop and solenoid. So let's just summarize ways to increase the magnetic field strength in a straight conductor, circular loop and a solenoid. In a straight conductor, how do we increase it? B is directly proportional to I, and also B is inversely proportional to D square. As you increase the distance, magnetic field strength decreases. What about circular loop? 1, B is directly proportional to I, 2, B is directly proportional to the number of turns of the circular loop, and 3, B is inversely proportional to the radius of the circular loop. At the center of the loop, the magnetic field strength is inversely proportional to the radius of the loop. Solenoid, B is directly proportional to B is directly proportional to I, B is directly proportional to the number of turns, and also by placing the soft iron core along the axis of the solenoid, we can increase the magnetic field strength. Page 2 to 9, question 1. Consider a circular loop of wire lying in the plane of a table. On the table, consider a loop of wire lying. Let the current pass through the loop clockwise. Apply the right hand rule to find out the direction of the magnetic field inside and outside the loop. So on your table, that is you have a paper, right, in your book, all of you draw a circular loop. They have given that the current is flowing in the clockwise direction. You have to find the magnetic field for a point inside the loop and a point outside the loop. For a point inside the loop and a point outside the loop. For inside the loop, what will be the answer? See, you can apply right hand thumb rule, draw, or like I told you, that ulta rule, take this as your current, see the field. So now see here, this is the current, this is the field. So in your book, clockwise, see from top, clockwise, and this is going inside. So what does that mean? Inside the loop, the magnetic field is going perpendicular to the plane, and is it going inwards? Is it going inside the table, out of the table? Inside the table. So you should write down perpendicular to the table, inwards or into the table. Okay. Here for outside, so the field lines are going to go inside. It's going to go inside and come out, right? Going to go inside and come out. So on the book, if this is going inwards, it's going inside and it will come out like this. It's going inside and it will come out like this. For a point outside, what happens? See, I'm showing it again. It's going inside and it's going to come out like this. It's going inside and it's coming out like this. So for this point over here, for Q, it will be coming out. For it will be coming out. So there also it's perpendicular to table but outwards. Question 2. The magnetic field in a given region is uniform. Draw a diagram to represent it. Straight parallel lines. Question 3. Choose the correct option. The magnetic field inside a long straight solenoid carrying current is 0, decreases as we move towards the end, increases as we move towards the end, is the same at all points. They're talking about inside the solenoid. We learned that in the observation, inside the solenoid, the magnetic field is uniform. Uniform means what? It is same at all points, which is why option D.